Hey, TikTok and YouTube. I'm making a rising mode for my son's teacher, but I figured I'd tell y'all another story time. But instead of it being about, people, friends, or whatever, I figured I'd tell y'all a little bit about myself. So, well, what happened to me? And this had to be like 2000. Yeah, 2000. So I just graduated from Job Corps, and I decided to relocate to Wilkes-Barre. And I was supposed to graduate in January, but being as though I decided to relocate to Wilkes-Barre, um, I had to find a job in my trade. And I didn't have to look for an apartment because my Job Corps had like an agreement with an apartment complex. So basically, everybody that graduated from Job Corps, if they lived in Wilkes-Barre or decided to move to Wilkes-Barre, a lot of us lived there. So like I said, I was supposed to graduate in January. I didn't graduate until March. So I don't know when, but I got my apartment before March. So every weekend I would go down there and a few of my friends would come. Oh, hell. Hold on, people. Is it taking? Okay, yeah. So a few of my friends would come down and chill and whatnot. I'm smoking a cigarette, but I don't want to smoke it from the respect. So this one particular weekend, I went down by myself, and shoot, I don't know what I did that day. Where's my? Oh, okay. I don't know what I did that day, but I came home and is this upsetting? Okay. I came home, washed up, ate, got ready for bed. So I get ready for bed. I lay in bed. So I'm laying there and I'm laying like this, facing. All right, so when you first come into my room, you can see straight my bed in the window, and the closet is on this side of my door. So I lay down like this, and I hear a creak in the floor. I don't know if it was the kitchen or the bathroom, because those two floors were tiles, but they didn't creak when I walked on it. So I'm like this with my head facing the wall. So I turn around like this. Don't see nothing, don't hear nothing. So I turn back that way. I hear it again. Excuse me. I hear it again. Same position, like this. I turn around and look. This time I'm like, okay. So I turn back around and lay this way. Maybe it's just in my head. It wasn't even 5 seconds when I turned my head back this way and I'm looking at my blinds and I see a shadowy figure on my wall. So I'm laying like this, and instead of me going like this to turn around, I go like this to get up. So when I do that, I'm pushed back down. So I'm like, yeah, no, at first I'm trying to fight it. I'm trying to fight it. And then my eyes was closed already, but I'm like, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. And after me saying that a couple times, it was like the weight came up off me, and I just like lift my like, even though I was pushing hard, I stopped pushing and I just started saying, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. And then it was like whatever was holding me down wasn't holding me down anymore. So I got back up and I'm like, fuck was that? Never told anybody this story, so you guys are the first people that I'm telling this story to. Y'all can think I'm crazy if y'all want to. When I tell y'all I have stories to tell, that's not the only time. Okay, so that was the only time. That wasn't the only time I've ever seen a figure, like a black figure. But that was the first time I ever saw one and it held me down. The other time I was younger and I was laying on my couch at home. I was staying with my mom and I'm laying on the couch and our couch was like right in front of our steps. So I'm laying on the couch and I close my eyes. And as soon as I close my eyes, I see a bright red light. So I see the bright red light and I open my eyes. But the way that I was laying, is it still going? No, it's moving kind of slow. That's fine. The way I'm laying, my head is back like this, so I open up my eyes, and when I open up my eyes, I'm looking at the top of the steps, and it's like this dark figure just standing at the top of the steps. So I'm trying to get up, but the only thing I could do is like look back at this thing. So I'm like trying to talk but can't talk. And then I could hear myself like talking, but my mouth's not moving. In some kind of way, I don't know. I think I must have tried to scream somebody's name. And that's what made me like jump up like that. So yeah. I've had a few weird encounters to the point where when I was younger and I told my mom some of the stuff and she was like, no, Naima, you're not crazy. You were born with a veil. And I'm like, a veil? And she's like, yeah, you were born. She's like, you know the hole on the side of your ear? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, people that are born with that is either a hole or like a little, it looked like a little lump. You ever seen somebody with a extra finger and it looked like a little knot right there? Some people have those on the ear both sides, or they might have it on one. And if you have a hole in your ear, you might have it on one side, you might have it on both. I have it on one side, which is on my right side. So she's like, you were born with a veil. According to when I was younger, they told me that people that are born with veils have visions, they have premonitions, they have dreams, and some can see things. And so, yeah. I used to think I was crazy, but when my mom told me that, that kind of made me feel better. It's not as deep as it was when I was younger because they say when you drink and smoke, you taint yourself. You're not pure anymore, but stuff like this still happens to me. But yeah. I hope y'all enjoyed my 2 stories. I'll be here to tell any more if you like. Comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you.